Hey everybody, happy Thanksgiving weekend. We're wrapping it up. It's a Sunday afternoon. Just wanted to hop on the live stream for a little bit. Probably won't be a super long stream. Just kind of want to give you an update on what's been going on in the shop. So a lot of stuff. Hopefully you just saw this short that I threw up. Guys, these shorts are insane. It makes it really hard for me not to do shorts on YouTube. Check this out. If you go over to the YouTube channel right now, I literally uploaded this 20 minutes ago. And let's just go ahead and refresh this real quick. See where we're at. This short is growing by like 100 views a minute. I refreshed this right before I went live, and already up to 2,000 views, 2,200 views on this right out of the bat. Now, on average, the YouTube channel does pretty good, but this is over a week. I would get 600. Here's a month. I got 4,000. A month, 400, you know, stuff like that. So, man, these shorts they're insane. They're really, really nuts. So I need to start doing these. Obviously, YouTube is prioritizing the shorts. And I know a lot of you really like that long form content. I'm going to keep doing that. I'm actually working on a little schedule for myself to make sure I have a good mix of posts, shorts, and longer form content where I'm diving into something I haven't done yet. That's kind of the challenge with the current build, the 68 CB350, is that I've done a whole series on pretty much everything related to this bike. If I run into things that I haven't made a video on before, I will definitely make long form videos and keep throwing that in there. But right now, as I'm working through this, the big new thing that I did was I powder coated this frame, or I didn't, I had a professional do it, and it came out just fabulous. So I think I'll be taking my time on the 68, because when you dive into this thing, man, powder coat is something else. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. It was worth every penny to do that. Again, go back to the channel. There's a whole video about that. But yeah, it costs about 500 bucks to do everything. And we can take a look at some of those parts and see how things actually kind of turned out. But I mean, doing it all yourself, sandblasting and priming and painting and materials and cleanup, this is a no-brainer. I think I have been converted 100% into doing just powder coating these frames. I mean, they're going to be bomb-proof as we move forward. So I'm excited about that. So we're kind of getting to assembly stage on that, but then I've also got kind of the tower getting built out here. So this motor has been completely degreased, and I am just to polishing stage. I need to just start getting in on all these fins, getting inside everything, and trying to get it as humanly clean and sparkly as possible. I'm leaning away from painting this. This is a 68 CB350. We can take a look at one here in just a second. That'll be fun to see what we're going for here. But I think this is the first year of the 350. This is the first year of the 350. So I want to make sure that I do a really, really bang up job on this. And I just always feel like polishing is always the way to go. Pretty much I'm just procrastinating polish at this point. That's where we're at this point. So let me hop in here real quick. We got a few people watching today. I didn't really give anybody any heads up on this live stream. I was just literally like, screw it, let's go live for a little bit and see what people are doing. Afternoon football games should be ending. Yeah, it's 4:20, so game should be in transitions. Hopefully some people can hop on and do that. Hop in the chat, say hello if you're out there. But first and foremost, let's take a look here at what we are building in the shop. So we are looking at building a 1968 Honda CB350 Blue. All right, so let's see if we can find one here. There's a whole bunch of them here. This one had the little bit darker color. Let's filter our results a little bit. Let's go to image search. And let's get our tools up. Let's get large photos so we can see exactly some good detail. Here's what we're going for. This is it right here. Let's open this bugger in a new tab. this is what we are going for. That is it right there. That's pretty, man. So details on this. A little bit of detail work to do on this. So we've got chrome fenders, front and back. Chrome shocks with painted covers. So we got to get these covers painted. And then we've got white side covers, and we've got a white stripe on the tank. I'm going to want to put the white stripe on that tank. And then interestingly, this has a white bucket, headlight bucket. This is something I did not see in my pile. What I had on this bike was actually a gray one for some reason. I do have a black one, which would work, but I think we'll look at some photos and see what's going on here. But basically, we've got chrome, blue, 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 all blue on the front forks, tank, and that rear shackle. The rear light is going to be black. So those are kind of the little details that I'm always looking for on these. What color is the rear brake light mount? What color, if any, was there on the shroud, on the shocks? What color were the side covers? What was the tank emblem situation going on here? I actually have side covers. I have all the badges for this bike. And then I wonder if there's some more photos here. Did they just give me the one? Let's take a look. That white bucket, man, that is throwing me for a little bit of a loop. Didn't even realize that up until just a couple seconds ago. Sean, hey man, good to see you. I'm glad to hear the videos have been helpful. Any tips on where to find bikes other than Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist, or eBay? Really, those are kind of my go-tos, to be honest. I mean, Facebook Marketplace, I think I've got 90% of my bikes. I just do the local search, and I have, just search keywords for whatever kind of Honda or motorcycle generally. And sometimes what you do is you don't look for a particular model, but you look for a particular brand of whatever you're looking for, because people don't really know what they've got. So you might be looking for Honda motorcycles, and you'll be looking at all the, new bikes, and all that people are selling. But then kind of snuck in there, somebody will be like Honda motorcycle, but then you look at it and it's like a, 72 CL or something like that. And you're like, ooh, I need to take a look at that. I haven't really bought anything off of Facebook groups. I haven't done that. I bought some parts off of that, but that's getting really shady these days. You never know, like, when you're actually getting scammed or something. But yeah, Marketplace has been good to me. I've actually never bought a bike off of Craigslist or eBay. I've bought a ton of parts off of eBay. And then, in all honesty, the Keep On Wrenching group has really kind of helped me. I've procured a ton of stuff just off of leads that I get from people in the group too. But I don't know, Marketplace is pretty viable. I do pretty well on that. So thanks for the question, Sean. I hope you're having a good weekend. Man, this exhaust is going to be a challenge on this one. I don't think... Well, we can take a look at the rear fender to see what's going on there. It looks like there is some sort of a mud flap on that. Let's hop over to eBay real quick and just see if that is a standard part. Maybe that was an add-on piece. Let's do 1968 CB350. Let's just see if like mud flap, if anything comes up there. And let's see what we've got. Yeah, nothing immediately coming up here. It says it fits, but that's not what we're seeing on that. Yeah, I don't recall seeing one on that bike particularly. So I'm not really sure what's going on there. Awesome. What's your favorite bike so far? That's a really good question. All of them kind of have a special place, with everything. I mean, that Super Hawk came out absolutely beautiful. The last build that we did. As far as just riding, I love my very first bike, that 70 CB350, the gold one. That's my favorite. Got rid of the CL350, the 1972, the red one. Got rid of that, sold that to a good friend of mine. So I just can't think about that one, but that one is outliving its best life right now, so that's good. What other bikes? Oh, the Apocalypse bike. Apocalypse bike is the Apocalypse bike. I'll be honest, though. I kind of want to go back and get rid of some of the like the modern parts I put on that. Like I did the lowered handlebars in black. I did a couple things on that weren't totally stock, and sometimes when I'm looking at it, I'm just like, meh. So part of me wants to rip the handlebars off, put a good set of original CB ones. And the bike is actually a lot more comfortable for me to ride as well, with a little bit of an uptick on the handlebars. I think I'll be tweaking on that Apocalypse bike for a little while. Everything is there. I just need to get it to a point to where I actually enjoy riding it and getting it going. It's also got a little carburetor issue going on right now that I got to clean up this winter. The 125S is a pretty damn cool bike, that little red 125S. I was so preoccupied by the Super Hawk this last year that I really didn't get into it. Shirley, hey Brian, sure appreciate the videos. They're helping me so much on my rebuild. Keep doing what you're doing. What are you building, Shirley? I'd be really interested to hear what you're building on. I mean, the videos kind of work their way across a wide slew of bikes. They're all generally the same. I've even watched some videos from, you know, Suzuki's and things like that, and it's like, it's all pretty much the same thing kind of going on there. What do you guys think of the powder coat? Yay, nay? I'm kind of all in on it. I think it's pretty damn special. I'm not gonna lie. This was saved me a ton of labor. I mean, I wouldn't be to this point on this bike until probably March, if I didn't go and just have a professional deal with it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video on that. That was a fun one to make. Also supporting some small businesses, which is really fun to do. But man, this like just kind of jump starts everything. So CB350 1968 hanging out right here, and we've got all the bits. Let me move some of this out of the way. Let's take a look at these parts. I really haven't even looked at these parts since I brought them home that day. I've been so, you know, preoccupied with things and the holidays and all of that. It was kind of like, oh, let's get the stuff out here. So let's get this going here. We got our air boxes. It's like very tempting for me as well to just start putting things together, but I'm gonna pump the brake. I'm gonna be super chill and just try to not muck anything up on this. So we do have a whole box down here of all the other bits that we got here. Let me get this camera relocated here a little bit for you. Let's dive into the box. Right here, we got one more question coming in here. I love this. Man, without the chat, these things suck. Working on a CB360 right now. All right, got a couple people working on CB360s in the group, and one particular member is having some huge issues. Not huge, I think it's just like a little gremlin that's going on. Shirley, if you'd be interested in being a mentor or a big brother, big sister, something to this guy. I really want him to get his bike done. I haven't worked on a 360. I'm assuming most of the stuff is really similar, but yeah, the guy's just got some weird wiring issue going on. I think it's just wiring. I think that's what's holding him up there. Sean, where do you get the confidence to do these videos and tutorials? Also, I love powder coating. I'm rebuilding a 73 Honda CB350F. Man, those are like little unicorns. You don't see those very often. And a 74 CL 360 Scrambler. Man, you guys are going to sucker me into finding a 360 one of these days. I saw one probably a couple years ago and didn't quite pull the trigger on it. Well, I didn't pull the trigger on it. But I'll start keeping my eyes peeled for it because apparently there are some nuances with the 360s. Sean, I don't know where I get the confidence from it. I just do it. I'm pretty transparent about a lot of this is kind of first time stuff for me. I don't take myself all that seriously. I think that's a really important part of it. And most importantly, honestly, I just enjoy it. I just enjoy kind of sharing this stuff. I love saving these old Hondas and going from that. Shirley, please do. That'd be so helpful. Getting a 360, is that what you're talking about? Yeah. We'll see. We'll see if I get into it. I've got kind of a full stable of bikes right now. I gotta kind of move some, but I'm telling you, all of these parts, you know, these are just gonna be bomb-proof now. Like when I rattle canned and painted all my parts before, they came out nice. I have no problem with it. But you can just tell, like, you can't beat the durability of these. Like, it was really heartbreaking doing those bikes, or painting all of those parts. Like, look at this toolbox. You know, this is going to be perfect. I actually don't mind the little dents and the little dings that you can see in the parts. I don't mind it at all. I think it's just kind of part of the story. Like, here's a little ding and that. I don't really care that much about it. What was I saying? It's just, I don't know. It was heartbreaking putting bikes together. Like, look at how beautiful that is. Like, that's crazy. Ooh, Sean, share your projects, man. The Facebook, if you do Facebook, I know a lot of people are getting away from Facebook. But if you do Facebook, the Keep on Wrenching community group has got to be one of the, you know, really great kind of holdouts of all of that. Yep. Yeah, Tula Tom, no Vikings on Sunday because we were victorious on Thanksgiving Day. And we've got a little live stream. I don't know how long I'll go today. We'll see. But we're just taking a look at some powder coating. We're taking a look at some. I did do a little work this morning. I just kind of felt like getting into it. But yeah, like when I was back to what I was saying, when I was working on stuff, and when you prime and paint a frame, what you end up with a lot of times is that when you're putting a bolt in, or maybe you're putting this brake stay in, that is also it pulls off the paint and it gets down to the primer and it just chips away. I'm really hoping that I don't experience that when I start assembling the powder coated frame, right? So we're gonna find out. I've never done this before, so this is all kind of new, but did all the black bits, most of the black bits. There's a couple little pieces that I'm gonna have to deal with. I'm gonna have to deal with the lower on this. I'm going to need to sandblast this myself and paint this, but that's no big deal. That's not going to take me very long. I actually totally forgot about it when I was putting all those parts together, and then I looked at the shelf after I dropped everything off. And then the other part that I'm a little bummed about, but I've got another one, is my pegs, my front pegs. Got some issues here as well. When I was dropping it off, I noticed that it's actually broke. So either weld this, or I do have another set that I have laying around. So I may just put a different set on here. But this was initially going to be powder coated, but this is no big deal, you know, in order to do that. Doc Jones, how's it going? Good to see you, man. Been enjoying your videos. If you haven't, Keep on Wrenchers, if you haven't subscribed to Doc Jones, make sure you go find Doc Jones, man. He's doing some cool stuff on his channel. He's made himself into my regular rotation of motorcycle restorationists or experts or just smart freaking people. Did this. Yeah, so all the bits are here. It's so tempting to just start slapping stuff together. But I'm going to pump the brake on this stuff a little bit. They did an incredible job on the frame overall. Like, it's just silky smooth. You know, it's just, there it is. There's no, you know, spatters or you know, anything like that, or big deep runs or anything like that. So I'm really pleased with it. 2-3 weeks to get those parts back, and it saved me so much damn labor, man. Doc Jones, you approve of the powder coat? Yeah, I think it's pretty good. Tula Tom, I had a little area near the pinch bolts break off. Go slowly in that area. Okay, noted. The Lions are freaking. I'm kind of nervous about the Lions playing the Vikings here in a little while. Vikings are vying for that. God, can the Packers beat the Eagles tonight? We'll see. We'll see what happens with that. Let's see. Shirley's working on 360s. We've got a couple people working on 360s in the group. And then let's go and check, just for the hell of it, let's go back and check this darn short that I uploaded. I know, again, a lot of you really like the long form videos, but YouTube is really prioritizing the shorts right now. So let's refresh. We were at 2,200. This is about 20 minutes after uploading it. Let's see if it's still cooking. Let's see if it's still going. We are, okay, so it's stalled out. Interesting. So it stalled out at about 2,200 views on that, but it sailed, like in the first 20 minutes, it got that. So again, I kind of mentioned this early on the stream. It's like, it took me a week to get 600 views on powder coat. You know, it took me a month to get 4,000 on the bushings. And this was probably one of the best performing I've had in a while. And then, you know, sealed shocks or not, this was a month. I got 400 views, 330, 43. You know, like this one's 2 months ago and it only got 428. And I'm trying to do my best with like SEO and all this. But like restoration of a classic motorcycle, this Super Hawk video I thought was going to do really, really well. This is 3 months ago now and it's only got just over 1,000 views. And you know, the views and the advertising revenue that I can get on the channel is really, you know, what keeps me going on this stuff. Sean, question. Do you think I might have an issue with my CL360? Here's one thing. When I hit the starter, the battery quickly dies. It is the cheap lead acid battery, or could it be something else? It could be that rectifier. If the original rectifier is in there, did you upgrade the regulator rectifier in that? I'm sure you can do that. I would upgrade the battery for sure, especially if it's an old battery. If it's an old battery, then I would just first try, just get a new battery. Drop 80, 90, 100 bucks and get a new battery on that. Upgrading to an AGM. New regulator rectifier, I'd start with the battery then, for sure. It shouldn't kill you. Unless it's not charging, then I mean, the best thing to do would probably be throw a meter on it, throw a meter on the battery while it's running, and then increase revs and see if you're gaining and you're getting to that, you know, 12 and a half, 13. I think what is 14 volts, I think max that you want on charging when you're cruising. See if you're getting that increase in voltage at higher RPMs. If you're not, then you're probably looking at the stator coil, is what I would guess, is that coil around there. Maybe something is messed up on that. So that'd be my guess. Does it leave you stranded? That would be the question, is if you go for a ride 5-10 minutes later, does the bike just completely crap out on you and you got to push it home? Or does it keep charging? I don't know, but those would be the things that I would probably start looking at for sure. What else do we got? Yeah, this Tower of Babel that I'm working on over here. We've got all the parts. Yeah, down here. This was my morning project. Let me get you angled down here a little bit. That was my morning project. I dove into all the front fork stuff, front wheel basically. Actually, the what are they, sanctions or whatever? They're all in really nice shape. I'm not too worried about it. I think they're going to be serviceable, but I want to get these things rocking and rolling in Evaporust. But I'm not going to do that until I get this stuff nice and degreased and just get it cleaned up. And that is really where I'm at with the motor at this point. The motor has been completely degreased, and now it's just time. It's all about just doing time and polishing and getting all of those little bits together. Shirley, I've seen all your videos, but can't find one about how to rebuild a starter. Did I miss it? I don't think I have rebuilt a starter. I haven't rebuilt a full starter yet. I have done, but I don't think I've made a video about it, is rebuilding that starter clutch, which a lot of people seem to have a lot of problems with. That's actually a really good idea for a video. I don't believe I have a starter kit, or like look what I just happened to like look over and find. I have a starter sitting right here. I have not ever rebuilt one. I've never cracked one apart or looked at it, but I got a starter here, so maybe I should go ahead and maybe plan on that. Maybe order a starter rebuild kit and just try it. I have done the clutch portion though, and the clutch plates are underneath the rotor, like down in here. I have done this. I don't remember if I made a video about it. I mean, how many videos are there at this point? There's like 300 and I don't even know, man. There's just such a ridiculous amount of content out there. There's got to be another YouTube channel out there that does have that video out there. But it's a good idea. I'd like that series to be as complete as possible. This, easy, but the actual starter rebuild, I haven't done that yet. I've been really lucky. All my starters have have worked. Let's get over to the workbench here. Let's accomplish a little something on this. Oh, my magnetic mount broke down. So I need to get after this stuff. I'm kind of focusing on the front end right now. Awesome, Hepcat comes through again. I love it. Go check out Hepcat Harley's channel, and he will do it. He's an awesome dude. He's been a key wrencher for a long time. He's been around for a while. Good stuff. All right, so I want to break this stuff loose. So here's the issue that I'm running into on this 68. Pretty much all of the rubber bits on this thing are just so brittle and so dry that when I start mucking with stuff and start pulling stuff apart, it all just disintegrates and falls off. It's pretty sad. So I want to be a little careful with this piece today because I want to save as much as I can, but I also need references for things that I'm doing. So first and foremost, let's get this stupid thing apart. And I'm telling you, the nuts and bolts on this thing are, they're nasty. Let me see if I can get you a good look. Like, this is how pretty much every darn connector on this bike is. It's just miserable. See if I can get it to focus a little bit there. It's all just so ratty. It's not good. It's a 10 or a 12. That's a 12. This has been a challenge, and I've run across several things already that are going to be a problem. Oh man, like everything is like this. Everything is like that. Everything. But we'll get this apart. I've been procrastinating this, but you can just see the rust just falling off everything. It's just, so I'm going to try to keep this all in order as much as I can, but I want to be really, really careful with any of the rubber bits that I've got here in this area, because you can see, look how it just brittle. Everything is just so brittle. It's kind of scary. This one came out okay, so I feel okay about that. Can I get this one out? And just a little screwdriver probably to push this out. There, that's not too bad. Oh God, that would have sucked if I broke that. See, it's just like, you can almost just knock stuff right off of that. Yeah, isn't that dumb? Isn't that dumb, Tula, that they prohibit that? I think that's the dumbest thing ever. Like, why wouldn't they let us drop chats with links? I get it, because you probably would get some like really shady stuff happening. I gotta bolt this vise down one of these days too. So let's get these, let's try to preserve this. And what has worked pretty well for me in the past is just doing a brake fluid bath for this stuff. So this one came out okay. So that's good. Feel all right about that. Then we've got that. This one is super dry. Like, just, God, can I get this thing to focus? Why is this camera being so annoying today? See, it's everything is just like that. I think I'm going to be spending quite a bit of money on this bike, I think, just for new seals, because, like, look at this. That's not really cushioning anything at this point. But let's push it out. And I really don't want to wreck them, because I want them for reference. Here's another one on this side. This is where your gauges get mounted to. It's like fused to these washers. So these washers are like fused in to the rubber. See if we can get this out. And these are the ones I was really struggling with, because I don't recall seeing these before. I don't remember seeing these before. So kind of the thing that I typically will do in this situation is I will just WD-40 this stuff up pretty liberally. Can I? Doc Jones, I can change that setting to allow it? I did not know that. We may have to investigate that because that would be incredible. The stream is small enough at this point to where like all the comments and stuff are super manageable and the conversations are manageable. Maybe, God willing, one day, the channel will blow up and, and we'll all be just cruising. I'll double check that. And I might need a moderator to help out with it, but we're a long ways away from needing anything like that at this point. Man, these are so brittle. Anybody got any tips to get these out without having the shafts just completely shatter out? Trying to see which way would be the easiest. Yeah, it's so dry. It's just so dry. Like as soon as you try to push it down, you can just feel that rubber giving. And that's not good. And I don't remember seeing these little rubber mounts on this. There are some nuances on the 68 for sure that I haven't really seen before. I do have a heat gun. They're so dry that, I don't know, we could try it. Like there's not much moisture in these at all. There ain't much moisture in there. They need to get rehydrated in a big way. See if I can find my heat gun. What did I do with my heat gun? Oh, there it is. Heat gun right underneath the bench. How cool is that? Let's try it. Let's see if the old heat gun will help us here. Let's get rid of the blanket or the towel. And let's heat this buddy up. Let's do it. Let's see it. We'll do this test here. Yeah, they're so dry, dude. I think the WD-40 is really just to make me feel better about things. Yeah, I'm very curious about allowing links in my chat. I don't know where that preference, I suppose preference would be in my Streamlabs somewhere. Figure that out. I'm on medium heat, not going like crazy with it. Feel the heat underneath my glove. Maybe this will help. We'll see. I'm just in like this staging period. I just feel like I'm making progress, but I'm also like procrastinating the really big work, because there's going to be a ton of work. Here, man, this one's dirty. This one's dirty. Oh yeah, I could take the whole part and just put it in brake fluid. I could do that. Could definitely do that. Let's just try heat this up, see what happens. I think I'm probably going to end up buying new ones anyway. I should check to see if those are available first, because that would suck. Oh yeah, that's nice and warm. Feel that through my glove. All right. Oh, let's see if that helped any. Oh, that definitely did help. It's more malleable. The key is just trying to get it down into the crevasse and to stay in the crevasse as I'm pushing this through. There, we got it. Yeah, heat gun, dude. That did work. And it did save that part. But yeah, look at how gnarly that is. Heat gun totally worked. Yeah, man, it is just rock solid, man. Rock solid. Let's do the same thing over here. Good call, man. Do this again. Oops, medium. I want to go high. Start stinking up the joint. Worse than Ugh, that burnt rubber. It's not a good smell. What y'all wrenching on? Is it, it's not really winter here. I mean, it's almost December, but in Michigan right now, I mean, it was like almost 50 degrees yesterday. I was hearing motorcycles going around yesterday. It's rainy today. It's not too bad. But hopefully you're all working through some projects and doing that. I want to get some more stickers out. I got a big batch of those together tonight, this morning. Those will go out tomorrow, but if you do want a sticker, be sure to head over to keeponwrenching.com, fill out the form on that homepage for the sticker, and I'll get that to you. Doing the stickers this morning was kind of fun. We had a bunch from UK that I had to fulfill, and then I think we had our first one, Mexico. I sent one down to Mexico, which I don't recall sending anything to Mexico before. I could be wrong, but I don't remember doing that before. So we're going international, folks. Keep on wrenching. It's going international. It's fun. And I did end up sending t-shirts out to the winners of the trivia question in the powder coat video. So I actually had a couple winners come through there, and I was just going to do one, but I was like, let's just give away some t-shirts. So we got a couple winners getting their t-shirts as well. So it was Anthony Zerbe was the actor on the wall. You'll see him here in a little bit. I'll show you, but I want to heat up this. Let's get this other piece out. And let's see if we can not break this one. That would be kind of a win. And then we can start treating them and see what happens. We'll let them sit for a week or two, a couple weeks. I mean, they might sit in there for months at the pace I'm going on this one. And go from there. Anybody in warmer climates where you can ride the bikes, get out and do some stuff? How's this doing? It definitely feels better when you warm it up just a little bit. All right, can we go 2 for 2? Can we go 2 for 2? Trying to hold that other end as I get another section of it to go. Keep my finger over that if I can. Just getting it started, that's the hardest part. You can tell I'm concentrating when I stop talking. Got it. No harm, no foul. It's in no worse shape than it was when I took it out. So we got those. So this can actually go into the degrease bucket as well. Gonna have a big bathtub washing party coming up. We'll be doing that. And what was I gonna do? Oh yeah, I just want to kind of get organized here with what I'm doing. So we've got we got these two, this. We're gonna be doing a ton of evaporusting. There's gonna be a lot. I'm gonna grab a bag and actually, let's just do this. Let's grab our brake fluid. I've got some in a jar right here. I do have a few parts in here though. So what I'm going to do to keep these isolated, I'm going to grab a Ziploc bag and I'll submerge the Ziploc bag into this jar. So I do have a couple other parts kind of just hanging out in there right now. So we'll just grab this, we'll grab these bits just like that. And let's see if I can get this down in there. And let's fill the Ziploc bag with some brake fluid. Let me get my cloth gloves off. Maybe grab a rubber glove while I do this. This worked really well on the CB350 or the CB77 stuff. The brake fluid did work very well. Saved a ton of parts on that bike. Saved a ton of parts on that one. So I'm just going to dip this down in here. Let's get you in on the action, this thrilling action on the Keep on Wrenching channel. It's an adventure channel, that's for sure. And I'll just dump this in there. I just want to keep the parts, so I know what is what. That should be plenty. You can see there we got them Got them all kind of hanging out in there. Maybe get a little more in there. I'll just leave the bag open and it'll equalize itself and hopefully fill up. Hopefully. Keyword hopefully. Excellent. All right, so if I'm ever asking on a future stream, what the hell did I do with the cushions for the handlebar mounts? It'll be like, hey, dummy, they're in the jar. So we've been documented there. This will all have to get all evapor-rusted. And these will get polished. These will get polished. Those are going to be polished aluminum. That's what I'm going to do on those. They might have been painted, but I don't care. I'm going to do it. I'm going to polish them. It's my bike. I can do what I want. So here, I'm going to actually make myself a little note for this one. These are handlebar mounts. When in doubt, when in freaking doubt, label stuff. Handlebar mounts. We'll go from there. I just feel like I'm in this staging area right now. Handlebar mounts. Never forget what those were for. And there's just going to be an Evapo-Rust party happening at some point. So I'm going to leave out the starter. So starter will be on my mind as I roll through a bunch of stuff. And then, let's see, what else do we have? Let's head over to the little shelf here. Maybe there's some other items that we can take a look at. There ain't no shortage. So, unfortunately, this is pretty much trashed. I mean, look at this. It's all bent up. It's in terrible, terrible shape. But, luckily, I did get, in that batch of parts that we unboxed, I did get one that's in really, really good shape right here. So I think these are identical. Yeah, these are identical. These look to be the same size bulb, same size everything. So I think I'm going to end up going with this one. So I'm going to keep that. That was just lucky. So already that big batch of parts that we unboxed on the channel are going to come in pretty useful, I think. And what else do we got? So this needs to get sandblasted more than anything. All this wiring, all the switches are complete trash on this. And then I have this bucket. So I'm thinking what I'll do is I'll use this bucket, because look how nice the ring is. The ring is in beautiful shape. I'll go back to stock lights on it, take these ears off, and then I need to track down a set of ears because these really aren't usable. These are I mean, I could bend them back and I don't know, man. I could almost bend that and break that right off. So that doesn't make me feel too good. And then here's the original bulb. This thing's got road rash all over it. That big batch of parts actually had this really nice headlight, so this could easily become white. And I was also looking, no harm, no foul there, nothing broke. But they are the same style. So notice these like little weld outs. Let me take this over to the bench. Let's take a look at this. So this is a little different bucket on this early model. I think the guy who sent those parts over, I think he said that it was a 68 CL is what I think it was. It was an easy one. Easy one. Oh, Doc, future Brian, thanks you. Yes, absolutely. Ooh, awesome. We can find love. That's wonderful. Whatever. Hey, bro. Hi, everybody. Oh, we got to get rid of, I'm going to have to block the first, I've never blocked somebody from chat before on this channel. I've never done this before, but I think I'm going to need to on this one. How do I do that? Because this is annoying. Can I do that? How do I do this? Let me see. Let me do some investigatory stuff. Man, the spam has gotten out of control online. So it's trying to do something, but it's not doing what I want it to do here. Let's go up. Pull this over. Just trying to look here, man. That sucks when that's going on. Why can't I grab this comment and get rid of it? What are you up to, whatever? What are you doing? Your t-shirt's on the way, by the way. I think you are the one that won the t-shirt. Let me go to live chat. Well, maybe it will just subside, I hope. Because my three little dots aren't doing much. Participants, here we go. This person, how do I kill this? How do I get rid of this person? It's maybe a challenge for another day. But we'll keep it right here. We need mods. Hit the bricks, you bot. I don't know. Yeah, if you guys can report it or whatever, I mean, feel free to do it. I'm just trying to look for an option to where I can kill it. I'm not seeing anything. I'm not seeing anything, and I don't want to get hung up on this right now. So we'll just keep going. And I don't want to like nuke the stream either. So let's get back to the bench. I want to show you these buckets. Hopefully it doesn't get too weird. We're adults, we can deal with it. So look at these buckets, man. So these are metal, and they've got these welded in pieces in the corners here. When I first took this apart, it's all good, whatever. I don't mind. First saw this, I thought this was the wrong bucket. So I was like, oh, somebody put the wrong bucket on it. But I think it is the right bucket, actually. For some reason, it is cloud silver, or at least it looks cloud silver now. Maybe it was white. But it's all bent up. It's really not in great shape. So we've got a big crease right here. It's hard to see it. But on this one, this bucket's perfect. And it is exactly the same. So let's actually get this apart if we can. That looks like a 14. Looks like a 14 to me. Yeah, I'm wrong. It's a 15, or is it a 16? It's gonna be a 16. One thing I have been loving, absolutely loving, is the new shop organization with all my tools and stuff. It's been making my life a lot easier. Well, although this is kind of annoying right now. I don't think I'm gonna have to go ratchet level on this with a 16. And then do I have, I just jinxed myself, guys. I literally just jinxed myself because I was like, oh, I'm so organized. Everything's so good. Thanks, whatever. Thanks for reminding people to do that. I'm so bad at that. Of telling people to do that. Like, hey, hit the like button. It does help the channel a lot. Like, it was crazy watching that. It was crazy watching that short just like take off. And like in the first 20 minutes, it got like 2,000 views. It was insane. 15, this must be a 16 here. No, that's a 17, so this must be the 16. Yep, there it is. All right, so not too bad. You can change allowing links in the chat through your community tab in the YouTube Studio settings. I will go and check that. Oh, this isn't going to work. Duh, because the light is attached to this. This is going to be a booger. It's just not real conducive. So let's try and take this up into these parts. All right, we'll check that, Doc, because that would be really nice if people could share links. But again, if we've got these other spam stuff coming in, it could ruin the party for everybody. Oh my God, of course it's like orientated exactly in the wrong place. But luckily I think I'm just gonna be able to get it started. Yeah, that was like a massive parts haul that we unboxed. Let's pull this. Let's get this out of here. Let's get this light out of here. I kind of like these lights, but not for this build. These might work on the Apocalypse bike, honestly. I could swap out the signals that I have on the Apocalypse bike, and it'd be an easy swap. Unfortunately, these are CL fork gears, so they aren't going to work on this bike, but I should have another set in a box. We might even look for that here in a second, because I've been kind of, again, I've been in procrastination mode a little bit. Oh, more thrilling action on the Keep On Wrenching live stream, but I sure do enjoy hanging out with everybody, man. Hope everybody in the U.S. had a good Thanksgiving as well. So I should also get the nut and put this back on the light so I don't lose this. That'd be like a super smart thing to do in the future if I want to use these. Hey, Bob, love your channel. Any closer to working on the CA77? Not yet, Bob. Parts are kind of challenging to find, or at least the parts I need for that one are really challenging to find, and they're freaking expensive, dude. The bike I had didn't have an ignition, and I did finally find an ignition on eBay, but that made me weep, finding that part. There's a bunch of nuances to that bike that I'm just not ready to dive into just yet. I kind of feel like I'm gonna do the two bikes that I think are going, knock on wood, that I think are going to be fairly straightforward. So the 68 CB350 I think is going to be fairly straightforward because I've done a few of them now. And then the other one that I think is going to be really straightforward and is going to be a runner will be that 160, the 66 CB160. The thing about the CA77 is that it's going to need a full top-end rebuild. You know, it was locked up. It's free now, but it was totally locked up, and I can't like just be like, oh, cool, it's free, and start running that. So that's going to be a whole other deal, and that's going to be me learning a whole new bike again. And to be honest with you, Super Hawk took a lot out of me, man. There was a lot of studying, a lot of reading, a lot of new territory was covered on that. And I kind of want to just get back to something that's a little bit more familiar for a little bit, keep my spirits up, because that was a slog, dude. That was a slog of a build. And yeah, for my own mental health, I think I'm going to focus on some stuff that's familiar. The CB160 is almost like a mini Super Hawk. So it should be very, very similar. At least I think it should be. So that's kind of why I'm planning that. And that motor will run. I bet I could freaking plug that baby in and that thing would run. Let's pull these off. These are going to be good. They're a little discolored, but I've got a bunch of these. But we'll get these off of there, just get all these parts cleaned out. So we add 2 more of these to the collection, which is good. And then we can tear apart this bucket a little bit, and this will get painted white. I believe it's going to be white. All right, do I have a bucket? Where was I putting all this stuff? I swear I had a dedicated little bucket for some of this. Well, I'm gonna just put them in this one for now. We'll put them in there, and then these we can dig out. When we're digging out the other set of fork gears, we can dig into these. I'm glad, Bob, that you enjoy the channel. I will get to that CA77 one of these days. I mean, I have to. I own it. I need to get at it. The other thing I wanted to ask, I don't know because I'm super new to powder coating, but can you, so the CA77 is all black. Everything is black on that. Do you think I could just powder coat everything? Like, would the tank come out good enough if I used like a gloss powder coat? And then would you clear coat over powder coat? I don't know. I've never really mucked with any of that kind of stuff. I don't know, because that'd be sweet if I could just bring that whole thing over there and be like, hey, just powder coat everything in a nice gloss black. Like, that'd be pretty freaking spectacular. I just find where my little fork ears are. Of course, they're gonna be. Of course, they're in the bottom. Everything's always in the bottom. Nothing's ever easy to get at. But what do you think? Can you powder coat an entire motorcycle? I mean, I think doing the frame and everything, that of course would be fine. But I'm unsure about like doing a tank or something like that in powder coat. I'm not sure. I don't know, man. You don't know about the ins and outs? Neither do I. All right, let's see what we got here. Let's get some elevation and not break the camera as I move through here. Keeping a nice steady audience tonight on the stream. That's fun. We got lots of stuff in here. I'm hoping there's a good set of old style fork ears. These are like my pride and joy. Look at how beautiful those are. Candy gold, almost perfect side covers. Don't tell anybody I've got those. But we should have we got a bunch of forks in here. So what we need to do is find a good set. Here's a nice gold set right here. Those actually look really good. Man, sometimes when I open up these bins, I'm just like floored by how much I have. So these are CL here. So I'll be able to use these on a future build because I've got another CL frame underneath. And hot damn, I got matching cowls. Oh, this one's got a little bit of a dinger in it. Oh, here's one that's not bad, though. I already freaking worked on this one. Hey, Doc, because like the reason I asked Doc is because the freaking quality of the freaking powder coat looks really good to me. I think these might be winner winners. Okay, hold up. Let's take a look at the original parts. So here's the fork gears. And here are the cowls. The cowls weren't terrible. I don't know if they're actually called cowls or what, but here's the originals. Okay, here's the fork gear. So they're a little different. So they might not, these early ones didn't have reflectors, I don't think. Let's go back to that photo. Let's double check this real quick. This is where we're getting into the nuances. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, like clear coat it to protect it. Like it should be fine if you do that, but I don't know. Let me go back to this photo here. Did it have reflectors? No, it did not. Somebody would call you out on that. Look at this. Somebody would call you out on that. It didn't have reflectors. So the 68 did not have reflectors. Could I just put reflectors on it? Doesn't matter that much. Yeah, I've seen beautiful things powder coated beautifully. So let's get this out of the way. Yeah, all of my fork gears that I have are all newer style. And they all would do that. Okay, so here, these, oops, sorry guys. These, true. That's a really good point, Tula. Yeah, the Bondo would be the deal breaker, wouldn't it? I kind of feel like I should just go with these. Because, guys, this is really bad. These are really bad. What do I do with their, what the hell do they do with the other one? So these are short. Here we go. That's the ticket. No, these are all short. I'm getting screwed here. So we got these. And then I got these. I don't know, man. Like, look at that. I didn't know that. 2 different heights right here. I would have never, ever, ever guessed that. That those would have been different. That they would have been a different length. And then here's these fork gears. Which these are the same. These are the same width. Same welds. This one has 2 holes in it. This one has 1, but that's just for, that shouldn't matter. Because I don't think that there's, see there's a little hole here. There. This bucket's in pretty good shape. I can use this. I can totally use that. We're gonna go with that one. This one's just bashed up. It's hard to show you on camera, but you hold it in your hand and you can just feel like it got caved in on one side. So I kind of feel like keeping that. Let's leave. I want this bike to be pretty damn nice. So, like this is what bugs me about this. Like once you pound this out, it's cracked, it's broken. I guess it could always be fixed. And you could do a little Bondo on it. Maybe I do have to stick with these. What do you think? Pole. Let's put a pole out. The big difference here. Oh man, the 68 didn't even have signals, did it? So we're getting back into the Super Hawk stuff where there's no signals in anything. Which is cool. I mean, that's less wiring that we have to deal with, but there's no signals? No, there's signals on this. All right, we got to do a deep dive into this. Okay, but they're mounted right in. Yeah, looks like they mount straight in to that bucket. So very similar to the mounts that are on there. That were on this original one. The lights actually thread right into here. So with that said, I think I'm kind of stuck with these. I think I'm gonna have to do my best to fix these blue ones because there's too much going on here and it is not accurate. And I'm going to run into a mounting issue with that as well. So these will get saved for another bike. And unfortunately, like take a look at, you can't really see at the angle I've got on this, but look at how much higher those are. Or how much taller these are. Look at how much taller that is. See if I can get down like super level. Like they're a good inch and a half taller. I totally assumed that these would have been exactly the same. And they're not. So I have a whole bunch of them, but here you can really tell. Yeah, it's a good inch and a half on that. So these are going to be waiting. I'm going to have to use what we got. gonna have to use what came with it, and that's unfortunate because these are bashed up pretty good. Like this, you can see it's rotted out. Like here, it's like super rotted out. Some dings. This one overall isn't bad. This one's got really nice. So this bike got dumped, I think, on the left side. I think it got bad. I got dumped on the left side because there's all kinds of damage. But that's pretty relatively easy Bondo work. Guess we're sticking with the original parts. This I'm very, very curious about. The other thing I'm struggling with on this bike a little bit is finding the paint codes for this darker blue. It's like a royal, I think it was royal blue. No, or was it candy blue? It wasn't bright. It's like a more, God, it's just so terrible there. I wonder if we can tighten this up just a little bit. Let's just see. If there are any body men in the room, feel free to leave. Feel free to leave now, because I am not a body man. Could maybe bring him to one, maybe. Well, that helped get it a little bit close, man, but it's all dinged out there. So I have to bring that out. I mean, it's possible. Ugh. Just worried, there's not a lot of metal there. Luckily, this one's pretty straight, so you can really kind of see how it was. But man, once you sandblast this, I just wonder like how much is going to be left there. It's all bulged out too. I don't know if you can see that. Like right here, it's like super bulged and broke out. Shoot, man, I thought I had a whole set of those that was gonna make my life a lot easier, but nope. I think I'm gonna be dealing with these. And that's cool because that's less stuff I guess I gotta deal with. Or not less stuff I gotta deal with necessarily, but you know what I mean. And if you don't, it's okay. It's Sunday evening. I'm trying to come to terms with going back into another week. Let's get this ring off because we're going to need to polish this. That looks like just a regular old flathead. Regular old flathead screwdriver should get us through this one, guys. Hopefully. Yeah, long-winded bugger. Take that out. Yeah, Doc Jones, this bike does have the potential to be a favorite bike. This is my favorite style of CB350. It's actually my favorite paint scheme that Honda did. I love that blue and white stripe. I mean, my first bike was a 70. They're very, very similar. But this one has the knee pads on it, which I think are just rad. Okay, what am I missing? I should be able to just pull this right off. Yep. There we go. All right, I'm going to go ahead for now. I'm just going to put these mounting bolts back in so I don't lose those. So I do want to reuse as much as I can. Go from there. But that chrome ring is going to shine up really, really nice. Yeah. I'm in that phase where I'm like, what do I got? What do I need? How much is this damn thing gonna cost? It's nice to see this intact. It is missing this little boot inside, but I'm pretty sure I have one. I may even have one in my little drawer right over here. Double check. Let me see. Yep, I think this one will work. See if this one will work. Come on. This one feels like it might be a little bit bigger. like it's a little different style. Let's see if it'll work though. Let's see if it'll work. I think that'll work just fine. That will work just fine for that. So we've replaced that part. This is gonna be beautiful. This is almost perfect. There's not a scratch, a ding, a dent, or anything in this one. So I feel good. So this will have to get painted white to match everything. And we got that taken care of. So this will be another part. That didn't have a bulb in it, did it? That didn't have a bulb in it. So now I'm kind of curious to see. I may be able to rob the original bulb. Wouldn't that be something if this bulb worked? Do I got a charged battery down here anywhere? I don't know if I do. I'm not sure if I do or not. This one has been sitting there. Yeah, not really, Sean. I mean, there's kind of a point where it gets to that you're gonna have to either re-chrome it. Yeah, unfortunately, if it's too far gone, there's not really much bringing it back. You can get it back to kind of a respectable level. But if it's pitted out too bad, you're kind of stuck. I think on this one, for anything that I'm going to need to deal with re-chroming wise, I might just try my hand at nickel plating. I don't know if there's any juice in this battery or not, but we'll find out here momentarily. Just gonna try. Oh, I should maybe show you what the hell I'm doing. Sorry about that. Boop, boop. Boop. I don't think there's any power in it. Doot, 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 doot. What's my other option here? This one doesn't work. Let's get this tote out of the way. I'm starting to make a big mess tonight. This says there's power in it. I don't know if I want to get into this. Boop, 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 boop. Let's see. Let's see if we can get some power going here. I don't think it's good. I don't think it's good. Let's do, it says it's got power. But, yeah, I think that bulb's bad. That wouldn't be super shocking in any way. So, whoop, turned on my air compressor. That's no good. So yeah, I don't think this bulb is good. Weirdly, which is really surprising, favorite brewski while turning wrenches. I'm a big fan of the Two Hearted Ale, Bell's Brewery. God darn it, that bulb looks good though. I just don't have a battery right now. This doesn't feel like the right bulb. Doesn't this feel like a later style bulb? It's awesome that it's replaceable. I'm all in on that. I love it. Yeah, Bob, it would be really nice. Usually I have a battery charged up that I can just kind of use. Wait one. I do have one. I was using this, I was messing around practicing some of the nickel plating. I do have a 12 volt thing right here. Let's see if I can get this to work. All right. Power off. Ground. And that to that. Let's turn this bad boy on and see what happens. Be nice to get something. Yeah, it's not working. I mean, it could be corroded. There could be a lot of things going on here, to be quite honest with you. We'll go straight to the bulb and see what happens. And we'll just see what happens. Why not? No. Yeah, those bulbs are so small. It's hard to see. I just can't see what's really going on in there. But if it was going to light, it should light off of this. You would think. Flip it around, try it the other way. Either way, if I have this bulb, I can always get a new bulb. Yeah, that bulb's bad, but just having this, I think, is good. Sean, we're working on the 1968 CB350 here. We're just kind of organizing parts, trying to figure out what we got and what we need. And all the parts are back over here. It's going to be this blue and white tank down there. And that's what we're working on. Yeah, good call. I do have a freaking 12 volt right here. That should have worked, but whatever. Doesn't matter. That's the least of my problems. At least I have a bulb in, or a glass that is intact, right? So that's good, and I can get a bulb for that. And that's got those funky little mounts in there. So, a puzzle for another day. It's just always a puzzle. Everything's a puzzle. Well, I'm going to leave this one on the shelf. Leave that one on the shelf for now. So, all that, I should be in good shape. This wiring harness, I should actually order a new wiring harness. I'm going to need that because that thing is all cut up, all taped up. Handlebars aren't in terrible shape, and then I've just got these two buckets down below with all the odds and ends. Like, here's a good example of like pitted chrome. See, it shined out pretty nice, but it's pretty pitted. I'm going to leave it. I'm not going to do anything with that. I'm going to run with this. But yeah, some people would want these to be perfect. I'm okay with it. I'm fine with it. And then this is kind of the, not final polish, but where I'm kind of looking to get to with the motor eventually would be to get, this is the side cover off that motor. I'd love to be able to get it all kind of within this level, like that. That's kind of what I'd be going for. I got brakes, so I need to order, I actually don't need to order all that much. I need to get tires, a battery. I need to start making a list. It's going to get ridiculous. I got all the basic mechanicals so far. So I'm pretty good there, I think. I think I'm pretty good there. But anyway, yeah, this is what we're essentially trying to build right here. We're going to restore a 1968 CB350. First year of the Honda Twin. Well, I guess the 305s were twins too, but these are the Honda Twins. You're polishing your 350F engine. Sean, what are you doing on that? What's your final polish? Because I got mine degreased, and I'm just kind of debating, like, okay, how do I go about finally polishing this? So me hop over. We'll take a look at it because I'd be curious to get your insight on it. See, mine is not terrible, but it's all degreased. It's just got this surface rust. I'm going to turn this light off. I think it'll probably be a little bit better. See there, you can really see it's just got this, it's degreased, but it still has this little meh to it. So I started working it a little bit, and you can see it came out pretty clean, but it is covered. So I'd be curious to know what your process is. This light is so ridiculously bright right here. You know, and what I started to use on it was just some little abrasive pads with a little bit of polish. But I'm going to have to go through all of this with lighter and lighter grits, and I don't really want to be taking material off. And plus, getting into all of this, that's going to be freaking impossible. So what's your process? I'd be very curious. Help me out on the process for polishing that. Prime polishing discs, 400 grit. All right, I'm write this down. I'm writing this down because I'm serious. Seemed like a lot of work. Well, it is a lot of work. I've done it before, so I'm going to do PRYME 400 grit polishing discs. All right. On a Dremel. All right, so those are going to be really cheap, right? Man, all those Dremel bits, they freaking kill me. $12 or whatever for like every little thing. So, all right, I'm going to try those. Do you use any compound or anything with those? I'd be very curious about that as well. I'm going to go Sean. He's a YouTuber. He primarily makes dirt bike stuff, but he's got fantastic videos on it. What's his name? Did I miss his name up here? He's a Dremel. He's a YouTuber. Is Prime the YouTube channel? What's the YouTube channel you're referencing? Okay, much cheaper. Okay, that's good. That's good. Yeah, I'm excited. It's going to be a long slog. So I found that the new seat cover, I'm going to need to come up with something for cushion on that. Thanks, Sean. Just let me know the name, and then I'll look it up, and I'll do a deep dive into it. Polishing cases. Nick. Oh, good to see you, Nick. Thanks, man. I'm going to check out. I haven't heard of this product yet. So we got 2 recommendations for that, and then I can do a video on that. This is my favorite Honda motorcycle that they ever made. Style-wise, just everything. I freaking love this bike. This one's ratty. Woo, it's dirty, but it's gonna come along. It's gonna move pretty fast. Just these fins, man. This whole section right here is terrible. I can do the rest. I've actually already done pretty well on the bottom half. Side covers and all that stuff I'm not too worried about. I got an exhaust for it. That'll work. I don't have a really tight original exhaust yet. I'm gonna have to procure something for that. My front fender is complete trash. I have a rear fender, so I'll be on the lookout for a front fender for a 68 CB350. They're really unique. They've got these little support braces in here. That's going to be important to have on this bike, because that's like just one of those character details. The one I have is really, really, really bad. It's not good. Oh, Cameron email. Yeah. I've actually watched a ton of his stuff. I will check that. Yeah, he's got a sweet setup too. I'll look at that. Yeah, I had to do a top end rebuild on this one because it was seized up. So yeah, we've got the whole. I just got it together now, just so I don't feel so Yeah, Doc Jones, I would love to do that, and I know you're building that Vapor Blast setup, dude, but I just don't have the space, man. Yeah, so this whole thing comes apart. What I've basically gotten to is I've gotten all of my gasket surfaces all cleared up and good to go. So I'm in a really good place, and the whole thing will just come right apart as it sits right now. I'll put a new cam chain tensioner and everything in it. Everything in the bottom seems fine. I don't know why I'd have to dive into that. So yeah, it's just kind of doing one piece at a time. One piece at a time. That's the way it goes. It's just getting started with it. Once you start, you get knocking things out and go from there. But it'll be a process. Yeah, Doc Jones, you're the one doing the Vapor Blast setup, right? I've seen somebody doing the Vapor Blast setup on their YouTube channel. You see if I can find your channel here. Pretty sure you are. And I was just like, oh, that'd be great. But I ain't got freaking, yeah, it's you. Yeah. So here's Doc Jones. He's got a whole big giant YouTube channel as well. Go subscribe, man. Let's get this guy over 1,000. Let's go. But yeah, DIY Vapor Blaster and controls. I just don't, dude, where would I put that? I don't know where I would put it. So you got Vapor Blaster Part 1, Part 2. Yeah, it would look freaking incredible. I mean, I guess I could source it all out and have it vapor blasted. How much does that cost? How much does vapor blasting cost? I mean, I powder coated it. Richard, powder coat or vapor blasting comes out like new. How much does it cost if I brought a 350 motor over and had them do all these different parts? How much would that cost? It's a hell of a lot. It's got to be easier than the sandblasting and powder coating, because that's a miserable job. That's a miserable freaking job. Yeah, all my other motors, Sean, I used a Dremel and a drill. Yeah, that's pretty much what I did. So on Amazon, I found these kits with super skinny polishing poles to get between the fins. Oh yeah, how much you charge me, Doc? I'll send you these top engine parts, man. It's so time consuming, Sean. And I don't want to like come across like I'm getting like super lazy or anything, but like I've kind of been there, done that, and I just, ugh. And I would really like it to be good. So like, what would you charge me if I sent you? I'd send you my top cover. I'd send you this piece. I'll send you this piece. And I'll send you my jug. The rest of it down here, I think I could do a pretty damn good job on, just myself, to do it. But yeah, do these 3 parts. How much would you charge me to do that? Let me know in the comments, because I would, I think I would entertain it, because it's just miserable work at the end of the day. It's so time consuming. It is ridiculously time consuming. Super rewarding, but it is super, super, super time consuming. And I've got a ton of parts over here that I'm going to be dealing with here too. So, I mean, I've still got all of this. Bam. But we do have this as a starting point. So, like, just having this, that powder coated frame ready to rock and roll, it does make me want to like not cut any corners on this one, because this will easily by far be the nicest motorcycle that I build, just because that frame looks so damn nice. Cameron Neiman is the MX person. Got it. Yeah, I wrote that down. I'll check out these Prime 400 grit polishing discs. But Doc Jones, you know, send me a message. Go to keeponwrenching.com, send me a chat from the little messenger on the site. I can bring that up here real quick. Down here, you can always do Let's Chat on the website. And you can send me a message. If you have a question or anything like that, I'm happy to deal with that. If you want a free sticker, you can go get a free sticker. Keep on wrenching. Also, the merch stores and all that stuff are all here too. But yeah, this little Let's Chat thing, man, people use this a lot. I get messages all the freaking time. about this. And yeah, that'd be the best way, man. I'd be curious, and I'd love to be able to support you as well. Sean, possibly one day I'm still figuring stuff out. I see why you rarely ever see fully polished engines. Because it's a deal, dude. It's a freaking thing. Yeah, and you can even feature it on your channel, Doc, and then yeah, we'll get like a collab going on. It'd be incredible, man. Yeah, but dude, you do awesome videos. Anybody who's following Keep on Wrenching, I think should totally be following Doc Jones. I mean, why not? Seems like a no-brainer to me. Yeah, everything's been going great on the YouTube channel side of things. Let me get back over to my channel. Yeah, 12,000, 140 or something I think I'm at now, moving right through. And I'm mostly really excited for my polishing chrome video and the chrome spray paint to break 1 million views. That's what I think that'll happen this next year, I think, hopefully. But like, here's the how to clean engine fins, and that's a miserable, it's a good video, but it's like, man, that is just hardcore labor doing all that stuff. Yeah, the channel's insane. But these new shorts, man, you gotta almost do them. You almost have to do them, because otherwise, like, nothing's really getting a ton of reach. This guy, in like 20 minutes, this got like over 2,000 views, which is huge for my channel. It's massive. So, yeah, this one, I'm glad that preview comes up with their business and stuff like that. This stupid bushings video too. That one, like, I never know what's going to actually work on this channel. Like, sometimes I think, oh, that one's going to do really well. That one's going to do really well. And, like, nothing ever happens with it. So I have no idea, like, what's going to work. Do you have any photos of the before of the build you're doing right now? Yeah, there's a whole video of it on the YouTube channel. Let's bring that up. I've been having a little bit of problem getting videos to play on the live stream for some reason. It's like first looks. Barn Find first looks.
Own it.
There it is, right here.
Turn it up with Cheetos. Now you get it.
Like this. I don't think it's gonna play for you guys. I'll keep an eye on it here, but I don't think it will. There's a walk around in this right here. This is what it looked like. Let me pop over. Let me make sure you can see it. Yeah, I don't know if it's showing up or not, but if you go to keeponwrenching.com, it's a complete 68, 69 Honda CB350 barn find. And there's a full walk around in it. It's like delivery day. I should have made 2 different videos of it because I think it kind of gets lost in the mix because it's all the whole deal. I don't know if that's playing. Did the video play or not? I have no idea. That bike was rough. This is one of the rougher bikes. This is almost as bad as the, it might even be, I think it's worse than the 72 CL350 for sure. It's garbage. It's not good. It's not good. Yeah, it's going to be, oh good. I'm glad that's playing. But yeah, the whole video's there. Diesel, hey man, thanks for the videos. At what point in motorcycle history, like what year did they decide to make bikes too hard to work on? I mean, that's a really good question. I mean, I guess they're relatively simple through, I would say probably the 70s at least, and then the 80s. Like I suppose when they started getting into, I've never dealt with disc brakes, so I don't know anything about that kind of stuff. They got into disc brakes. And then the electronics just started getting kind of over the top on some of it. Like, man, I watched some of these wiring videos people are doing for like newer bikes, like even like 80s, 90s, 2000 bikes. And I'm like, oh my God, that looks miserable. I don't know. I think anything like and again, I'm just a Honda snob, right? Like that's all I work on at this point. You know, I'm not really interested in anything after 74. You know, I don't really have much of a desire to work on anything any newer than like 74. at this point as well, I have what I would want up until that point. So I'm really only looking to go backward. So anything, I think what the oldest one I have right now is a 66 or a 65. I don't even remember. I think I have a 60. I have a 66 for sure. So I really just want to go ahead or back from there. It'd be sweet to just go back into the really early 60s, find the late 50s, and just kind of see how many of the old Hondas I can find. There was one that I'm looking for. I'm looking for a 59 Honda Bentley is one that I'm looking for right now. I'm really keeping my eyes open for that. So let me see if I can find one of those. 1959 Honda Bentley. This is one that I would absolutely be in like with. If I could find, I would be all over it. 59 C92. 59 C92 Bentleys. There's some different variations of them here. I think it's more, looks very much like a Dream. Let's see, C92. That's a 125. Maybe they're all 125s. I don't know enough about them, but yeah, something like this. That'd be sweet just to get into the 50s on those. This is, like, you can tell where the Dream comes from. You know, that Honda Dream that I've got. So we've got this one. And I believe I did a video on the Dream. Yeah, here's the Dream. Get through the ad here. And here's the Dream. The parts are just really hard to find on it. Like there's the Dream that I've got. That's sitting here. I gotta find the square headlight. That was gonna be crazy. That ignition, I think I paid almost $200 for that ignition with keys. It's insane. Luckily the seat's in great shape, but it needs a full top end rebuild. And it's just gonna be a lot. This is gonna be a whole new project for me here. This is a 2-cylinder with 1 carburetor. I barely scratched the surface on it. It does look generally in good shape. Yeah, I just haven't really gotten into it yet. And yeah, but there it is. It's freaking badass is what it is. It's freaking incredible. I'm excited to do it. I'm excited to work on it at some point, but I got too many projects going on at this point. A CL70, yeah, those CL77s are really cool. How many do I have right now? All right, let me just figure it out. So I've got a 7350, a 71 350, a 74 125S, a 70 CB100. I've got a 60, I think it's a 67 Dream. I've got a 66 Super Hawk, because I bought another one. Then I've got the CB160, and then I've got the 68 CB350, and then I've got another 71 that is a CL350. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Do I have 9 motorcycles? And that doesn't even count the Super Hawk that wasn't mine that I worked on, and that doesn't count the 72 CL350. Is this real? So I have my gold, silver, red. Big Al, how you doing, man? Big Al, ask questions in this group. We got a really smart people here. And we have a bunch of 360 people in here right now as well. So fire your questions off. They'll probably be able to help you. I got the Dream, the other Super Hawk, the 160. Yeah, this has getting out of control. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, Sean. Yes, you need the diode, Big Al, for the LED upgrade. If you did LEDs, you need that diode installed. For sure. Like Big Al, seriously, like just tell people in the chat like what your woes are, because you're really close on this bike, and I know you're on a bit of a time frame with it, and we got really smart people in here right now. Bob, by the way, I'm the original owner of the 64 CA77 I'm starting to work on. I just bought 2 new mufflers from a seller in Japan. Mucho yet. Oh God, I bet you paid through the nose for that exhaust, man. Those exhausts it's incredible. The exhaust for the Super Hawk was gonna be like $800. It's insane. I don't think that they won't flash. I believe like your flasher won't work without the diode. I haven't done an LED set. If somebody's done an LED set in here, let me know. But yeah, Big Al, it's you're having some wiring woes, and 9 times out of 10 wiring woes end up being ground. There's some bad ground going on someplace. Yeah, do I really have that many bikes? I got 1, 2, 3 in the garage. 1, 2, 3 out here. 1, 2, 3. I do. I actually do. Okay, this has gotten out of control, and I need to reel myself in a little bit. That's crazy. I'm done buying bikes. I'm just building what I got, and I'm going from there. That's a small fortune to rebuild all of that. You guys got to start buying T-shirts. Yeah, man. Oh, man, that's crazy. Any tools? Maybe for a bike? No more bikes. No more bikes. Yeah, there's 3 behind me. Yep, there are 1, 2, 3. And then there's 3 more in the other room. 1, 2, 3. 1 in the shed, 3 in the garage. I just went nuts, but they kept coming up, man. They kept coming up. So like I'd be able to find one like for like $300, and I'd be like, oh my God, I can't not buy this. I would. Yeah, I'm done for a while. I got a pretty cool little collection going on there for sure. So I'm waiting. Come on, okay. So Big Al, I got the neutral light working. Right switch was messed up, so I ordered a new one. Okay, fair. 1,000 big ones. I believe it, Bob. I believe it. I did. Currently working on an issue. The turn signals come on, but they don't flash. They're LED bulbs, and it's that diode. You gotta, yeah, that diode. I've seen a lot of like forum topics and stuff of people talking about these diodes and stuff. Flashers work. High and low work. Turn signals work. Neutral works. Indicator works. LED signal, okay, indicator works with left signal on, but no indicator light with right turn signal. I'm sure the diode will fix that. I'm not sure, but the indicator light would just be splicing into the orange light, right? No indicator light with, right turn signal, so it'd be blue. I think it's still blue on the 360s. So just make sure that it's daisy chaining in to that indicator. That's where I would start first. Man, you've made progress since your last comment I read this morning, because I was like, oh, you were all ready to give up and stuff. How much of the bike has to be there to count? These are complete bikes that I'm talking about. Now, how many are running? Let's go back to the list. I got 1, 2, 3. And then technically that one was, so I think I've completed 5. Like done full restorations on 5. Yeah, the 70, the 71, the 125, the Super Hawk, and the CL350. So I've still got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to restore. So that's a good 4 years of content probably. I don't need to do that. Hey, Nick James, good to see you, man. Yeah, but Doc, those are all complete bikes. Like they need parts here and there, but they're all bikes. Yeah, so we're good there. Sean, you and me the same. Haha, Facebook Marketplace. I just know a cool one when I see one and I can't not buy it. I'm the same way, dude. It's like, I'm going to have to go get the trailer. I'm going to have to go get this one. Direct current one way with the LED. I love that blue one you just did. It was beautiful. That was a beautiful bike. I'm going to have to up the ante on my next Super Hawk. Nick, what have you been up to? I hope you had a good Thanksgiving, man. Just kind of chilling out. Haven't done a live in a while, and yeah, I had a little time this afternoon, so I figured I'd do it. No football on this afternoon for me because my Vikings were victorious on Thursday. Yeah, I'm with you. Big Al, I'm going to tell you, I would have never got anything done without the videos. The best thing is when he finds things that don't work, watch him figure it out, makes all the difference. Yeah, man, I'm not afraid to just kind of idiot savant my way through things. Yeah, man, it's coming together. I've spent some time just getting more organized because it's been so frustrating, like hunting for things. You know, just like, I know I got it. Where the hell is it? Oh, that's all good, Nick. Don't worry about it. All good. I don't expect people to be here every time, and I'm not the most, like, regular broadcaster either, right? Like, I just kind of pop on when I'm feeling like it, when I got some energy to dive in. You know, it's not like I used to be doing like Thursday night streams and stuff, and I'll be honest, sometimes I just come home on Thursday or, you know, and I'm just like, nope, I'm gonna sit here for a while, and I might come and work in the shop a little while, but I just don't have the energy to be like this, you know. So, oh, nice. This is your first live, Big Al? Sweet. So where are you just hung up right now? You're just your flashers? Did you get, so, and you ordered a new Switch, so here's the problem Big Al was having. Big Al's problem was, oh, congratulations, Nick, your wife is pregnant. Very, very, very good, I'm sure, yeah. That takes priority over everything for sure. Congratulations on that. Big Al's waiting on the switch and the diode. So the other problem you were having was that when you pushed the starter button, nothing would happen. But the one on that one should be that little grounding wire that goes underneath the clamps. All right, let me see if I can show this. God, oh my God, that frame. Let's look at that frame while I dig a little part out here. See if I can find something of relevance here. I have a bunch of triple trees over here. What did I do with all the triple cheese? Still getting used to my new organization, but it is absolutely freaking killer. Oh yeah, I disassembled all of that stuff. Yeah, how could I show you that? I can show you on here. So where, so on the top of your deal, you've got your mounts that go for your handlebars. Underneath there is a nut and a washer, and on that nut and washer goes a grounding wire, and that grounding wire goes up to the bottom of your tack, okay? So it goes from the mounting bolt on the, what the hell do they do with it? Right here. Goes here, and then it goes up under to, or over to one of the mounting bolts on your tachometer. It's like just a little short grounding wire, and it has caused so many problems for people. Oh my God, it has been, like, that has ended up being the culprit on so many things. I'm just gonna see if I can maybe find it. So I usually try to keep track of that. Oh my God, there's so many parts. Oh, it's giving me anxiety. I gotta get out of here. Where would I have one? Ah! Oh, look at this. So here's your here's your mount, and there's a little grounding wire on here like this. Oh, I lose my camera? Oh, there, nope, still here. Goes mounts here, and it goes up to the bottom of your gauge. And from what I understand, that actually, this actually grounds your handlebars. And if this isn't connected, your starter button will not work. Your signals might work, and the high beam, low beam might work, but without this little grounding wire on the bottom of your handlebar mount, and that goes to your tachometer on the bottom of your mounting bolts for your tachometer, that starter button will not work. So just make sure that you've got that. That's all I got. That's all I got. That's the only idea I can think of. Waiting on the switch and the diode. Yeah, that powder coating is freaking beautiful. Let's just look at that. Oh, God. Oh, the camera moved. Yeah, man. Like, this was like kind of this honestly was kind of my Christmas present to myself, was to take the time and budget, or to save the time and spend the budget on that. Because that does open up a world of possibilities. A world. Diesel, if the bike's complete but been sitting in a garage for 30 years, about how many hours is it to get a bike up and running where it's reliable? Depends how picky you are, but running-wise, it shouldn't be that hard. I mean, of course, it just depends. But, like, getting them running and changing the tires and changing the brakes, like, the basic maintenance stuff isn't that bad. I mean, I don't know. We should do, like, a pit road thing or something sometime. And just, like, how much can we do in, like, an afternoon? But, I mean, it just depends. Like, do you want it to look perfect or do you just want it to be reliable? If you just want it to be reliable, I don't think it'd be that bad. It'll still be kind of expensive, though, because you're going to be buying some parts. But at the end of the day, it's not bad. I mean, you could probably, depending on how good a shape it is, you might have it running in a weekend. It just depends if you like changing tires, if you like changing brakes. If the motor's good. Like, that's the other thing too, man. Like, if the motor's running, it's great, man. Maybe it's just a carb clean. A carb clean could be a couple hours. Work through that. It'd be okay. Big Al, I've added multiple grounds, but not sure I have a jumper from the triple to the Speedo. I'm on it. Yeah, Big Al, at least like hook up some alligator clips from there to there and see if that engages, because and the other thing to remember is that, oh man, what was it? So on the Apocalypse bike, my switches weren't working. And I had a set of painted bars. They weren't chrome bars, they were painted bars. And I had to go in and scrape the paint off of the bars so they were making contact with the mounts. And then I did that, and then it freaking miraculously worked for some reason. I don't think so, Diesel. I don't think Japanese wiring was not good. I just think that, honestly, people hacked into these things a lot. I see so much electrical tape on stuff for whatever reason. I don't know why, but like people cut them off and then taped them up with electrical tape and did all that. I don't think that's the issue at all. Japanese electro in the 70s was the best. They even over-engineered. Depends on the condition, but you can be riding in a couple days of work. I agree, Nick. I think you could if you really got at it and you knew what the problems were, and you could plan ahead and do that. Yeah, we'll have have a little baby wrencher here coming for Nick, man. That'll be awesome. All right, man. Well, I definitely didn't intend to go for 2 hours, but anybody else have any ideas for Big Al? Because he's on a timeline. He's trying to get this damn bike done. He's been putting everything he's got into it. So I would love to get him some help, but I think we got him a couple of good leads to look at here for sure. The most expensive bike that I bought, my first bike, that 70 CB350, the gold one. That was the most expensive bike that I bought. I don't know. I got that one before I started the YouTube channel, and that was like my first bike, and that's kind of where I kind of fell in love with stuff. So I think I only have a like first look or like a complete video. I don't see it in this list. Interesting. Yeah, my pride and joy though. I wonder how it ranks. See if it pops up. See how I'm ranking on that bike. Boop, 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 boop. Not the best. Scrolling too much to find my own damn video. I don't even see it here. God, that one should be like popping up like nobody's business. This is probably before I learned some of the ins and outs of, yeah, look at this one. The 69 popped up before the 70. I wonder if I do Honda Super Sport. There, that's the first one there. So I should actually take that out of the title. It would probably rank better if I just did that. I should do that. But yeah, this was the first one. I paid $1,200 for the bike. I didn't have to do a top end rebuild, but I did end up doing a full frame up restoration. But this is my favorite. This is just my baby. This one kind of started the whole darn thing for me. Making $1,200 for that bike, and it was a bit of a basket case. I'm wondering, God, did I do a history? I think I did. You guys could see what I bought. I'm almost positive I did in this video. Let me check. Did I not? I had to have. I had to have. Again, this is like all stuff that I was just learning. Oh, yep, there it is. Awesome. Okay, so I'm not the worst. Here we go. So this is what I bought right there. That's what I bought for $1,200. It ran, but then I went and I did the full frame up on this one like this. And did it all in my shop, all DIY. And, you know, honestly, it's like the most reliable one that I have too. Other than that, usually it's between like $300 and $600 for most of the bikes that I'm buying. But yeah, did some good work on that bike. That was a fun one. Like, look at that. Woo! Looking great. And here's the thing too with that bike is that I'm so glad that I got this bike first because this bike was totally complete. And if I would have started with the 72 CL, the red one, the one in all the freaking videos, like 300 videos, I don't think I would have ever finished that bike, in all honesty. I don't think I ever would have finished it. I think I would have got frustrated. I think I would quit. So if I was buying a bike for the first timer, I would just make sure that it is 100% complete. And I would also make sure that you have an engine that's turning over and has compression. Because then from there, you eliminate so much stuff, right? So yeah, this is kind of fun to watch the progress of this tank. I was such a noob, I didn't even bother to put the white stripe in it, but it came out absolutely beautiful on that. That's my favorite one. I give $1,200 for this bike. And yeah, I didn't even really keep track of how much I spent on it. I spent a lot on it. It was like a, I don't know, 8-month project probably, something like that. But pretty much everything I did on this one led to me doing the next series on the CL350. So that was really the gist. But yeah, that's a pretty freaking bike. Common Motor made a killing. There's me as like a little kid on a gold motorcycle at Paul Bunyan Amusement Park in Minnesota. Kind of fun. But yeah, that's my baby. That's my baby right there. I like that one. Polyurethane versus powder coat. I don't know anything about that. But whatever. Enjoy the early years. They go fast. You can't get them back. I'm kind of sold on powder coat, to be quite honest. Big Al, I bought a 75 Honda CB360T off the showroom floor in college. First thing I ever owned new. Worked 3 jobs to get through college, and after the Honda buy, I only dated chicks with cars. Congrats to the blessings, Jane. What are the other channels that you watch in relation to these bikes? Those are all in the. Those are all on the YouTube channel. People that I watch, I try to connect to as many as I can. Let's go. Let's go to my channel. That should all be there. What is it? It's not the community. Oh, it's channels. Duh. But here's a bunch of people that I watch. They're all in the YouTube channel. Common Motor, Classic Octane, Motorcycle Restoration, Motorcycle MD, How to Motorcycle Repair, Hepcat, of course, RRC Restoration, Brickhouse Builds, Saturday Wrench. I wish he kept going. Other channels I just like. I love Scout Crafter. I love Kentucky Yankee. Terrell Fixes All. He's an oddball, but he's really good. And then buddies of mine, Outdoor Adventures, Adventure Outdoors rather, and Lawn Care Nut are just friends of mine that are awesome. These are the core channels that I watch. I find more and more of them out there. Have I not added? Oh God, I'm such a jerk. I need to add Doc to this. So I need to get Doc Jones added to this. So we'll get at it. What else are we doing? No worries, Nick. You watch who you want. I'm pretty sporadic in what I'm doing here. Thanks, man. I love that gold bike. That gold bike is like, I love it. Christy. Hey, Christy. Good to see you in the chat. Found an abandoned 77 Kawasaki frame and wheels. Kind of wish I'd kept it to restore. I mean, that's kind of what you need, but I like finding complete bikes because then you know everything bolts up. You know what you got. Back in the day, I used to pay $1 for a CC for a bike. I've heard that before. I've heard that $750 for a 750, blah blah blah. Like the video, everybody. Yeah, man, it helps, man. Likes, comments, shares on this content does help. I'm gonna be doing more shorts. I'm just going to have to do more. Nick James, I was working a 73 Scrambler while you were. I think I vaguely remember that. It seems like forever ago. Musty One, his channel is cool. I'll have to check that out. Musty One. How was that spelled? Okay, got it. Wrote it down. Do you have a problem with restoring a bike but putting the wrong exhaust on it? Like putting a CB exhaust on an SL350 because the exhaust is not around? You just got to do what you got to do, man. On the Super Hawk, I could not find an original style exhaust anywhere for that bike, so I ended up just putting just kind of a regular set of pipes on it. You just got to, you just have to do what you got to do. I'm tempted to, if you remember the 68 CB350 that I'm working on here, it had a CL exhaust on it, and I have a really good CL exhaust for it. An early model too. Which one is it? Right here. Check this out. So I'm actually, when I bought it, it had this on it. So I'm actually kind of tempted to just put this on it. This is in such great shape. Right? Like, you can't beat that with a stick. Right there. So, I don't know. I'm kind of torn. We'll see which way I go on that. I got options. I got lots of options. I mean, look at this damn wall over there. There's so many damn parts. So many parts. I could just not build bikes and just clean parts. You know, that's the other thing too. I could just pick up a part every day and just start working on stuff. Motorcycle nut's good, for sure. Musty One, we will check. Okay, let me see if we can find Musty One here real quick. I got a jet here in just a little bit. Let me see. Get this going. Musty One right here. Oh, yeah. Not motorcycle exclusive for sure, but I'm already subscribed. So, yep, I've seen Musty One for sure. And then... yeah, no, this is all really, really, really good stuff. I forget how to add. I'll add some of these channels. Oh, wait. Oh, sorry. I forgot to switch the thing over. Musty One right here. 632,000 subscribers. Oh, my God. I can't even imagine. The guy published a video 11 hours ago, got 84,000 views. 230,000 views in 7 days. Like, this is just this is a completely different level here. This is crazy talk right here. So yeah, Musty One doesn't really need our help, but I mean, yeah, by all means, go and connect. I would much rather, and nothing against Musty One, but go and follow Doc Jones Garage first, because one, he is an awesome Keep On Wrenching member and is always involved in the chat, and we got to get him to 1,000 subs. So let's get him to 1,000 subs. Start rocking that. So I think 1,000 subs, I think, is when you can start to monetize. I think that's how it is right now. So, oh, hey, dude, he's got me in here. Oh, I'm not paying it forward. I will get you added to my channel, Doc Jones, for sure. That was not intentional. It's just me just not remembering, to be quite honest. But yeah, Doc Jones, everybody should be following him. Let's blow his channel up. I think that'd be fun. That'd be really fun. All right. What else we got? Big Al back in a bit. Thanks for your help. I gotta go try the ground suggestion. Go try it, man. I'm really hopeful. What state are you in? Do you got winters or not? Yeah, I'm in Michigan. So winter is a thing. Riding season's pretty much over. Or it is over at this point. Yeah, that friggin' exhaust is in great shape. What got me into motorcycles? That's actually, I'll probably make a video about this whole deal, but just generally, I rode when I was young, like probably 14, like young, and I wrecked one, and I slung it into a barbed wire fence, and I cut my legs all up, and I never got on a motorcycle again. And then for some reason, that just always bugged me because my dad was always really into motorcycles, and then we never rode together. And I just always thought, I was like, And then I turned 40, and I just kind of had I don't know if it was a midlife crisis. It wasn't a crisis or anything, but I was like, you know what? I want to freaking get back on motorcycles. So just to kind of prove I could do it. And then I went and did Harley Davidson Riders Academy, got my certification or whatever. And everybody, you're at a Harley dealership taking their rider's course. And of course they want you to buy a brand new Harley. Or Indian or whatever they had selling there. There are all these bikes there. And I just remember just wanting an old Honda because my dad had an old Honda. My best friend in high school had an old Honda. He actually had a 350. It was a 71 or a 70. I think it's a 71. We're actually restoring that bike now at his place, and we'll hopefully have that on the road next year, that same bike from when we were in high school. So there was a big nostalgia play for me to get into Hondas specifically, but it was also just something that I kind of gave up on at a younger age and decided to get back into and did it. And then once I'm the type of person that once I get into something, I just kind of get a little crazy, which is why I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, plus motorcycles now, and it's absolutely crazy. Right on, yeah, he's not just motorcycles, he's a little bit of every, that YouTube channel we're looking at, Darren, he's a really good dude, though. If you ever have questions, contact him. That's good to know. That is so true, Nick, man. I fixed my lawnmower, this last summer, and basically just leaned on everything that I knew with motorcycles. So the stuff does transfer. Even the little electrical bits and things like that, it definitely does transfer to like everything else. All right, Christy, got to go start the day. Australia, enjoy the remainder of your live chat. Have an amazing day. Thanks so much for stopping by. Christy, what town are you in? We could get a pin in the map for you if I catch you before you go. Let me know the town, and we can get a pin in the map for you. I would love to do that. And if you haven't requested one yet, be sure to go request a sticker. I'll mail you a sticker down to Australia. I've done that several times for some other viewers. So all good. If Christy's still here, just let us know what town, and we'll get a pin in the map. Sean, my dad got me into the bikes too. Then when my stepdad passed from cancer, I was afraid to pick up a wrench from fear of failure. A year ago, I found myself back in the garage. Yeah, it's funny how that stuff kind of works, right? I want to learn how to ride a Harley. I'll get my dad and uncles to teach me. I did find that the rider's course that I took, it was offered by Harley, but I think any rider's course is super, super, super valuable. I learned a lot in that. I really do recommend people do a rider's course. But yeah, as long as people can teach you the ins and outs and not just like throttle and clutch, right? There's a lot of other things to be thinking about when you're riding a bike, and I'm really glad I took that rider's course. I mean, you have to get the little certificate or whatever, but yeah, I think a certified rider's course is a really, really good idea. I learned a lot. It's been a year since I've learned and done so much. Thanks for all you do. Yeah, man. Keep on wrenching. It's the community that makes this stuff go. So I'm just glad the channel's received well, and we're all crushing it. So okay, I'm just waiting to see if Christy gives me a location in Australia, because I would love to put a pin in the map for her. If not, next time for sure. This live stream period actually seems to do really, really well. Absolutely, Sean. I'm always game for that, man. Yeah, Southeast Michigan. Yeah, so like Detroit, Ann Arbor is kind of where I'm at. So winters are easy here. But yeah, with that, guys, we're rolling through, man. It's 6:30. Oh, it's 6:30 East Coast USA. I gotta get going, man. I gotta go eat some food, go pet the dog, and hang out and be a little social with the family for a little while. I think I need to do that. I had no intention of streaming this long, but you guys just make it so damn fun that I just keep doing all this stuff. So again, one last call here. I'm gonna do stickers. So go to keeponwrenching.com and go fill out the sticker form right here. Okay, incredible. Go and do that, and I will get stickers out to people there. And also, don't forget to subscribe to Doc Jones. And also, if you have not, if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe to keeponwrenching.com. Hit that like button, hit the comments, get involved in stuff. It really does help the channel. And if you really want to help the channel, one of the things you could do is hit up the store. We've got shirts and sweatshirts and mugs and all kinds of different stuff here. You can support that, and that goes directly into supporting what I'm doing here at Keep On Wrenching. Some good Christmas presents, things like that. Go knock yourself out. Let's see. I think that's it. I think that is it. All right. We're going to call it, man. This has been incredible. Whatever. Nick, Sean, blowing up the chat. Christy dropping in. Diesel coming in. Doc Jones, of course. We had Nick D was in for a while. Big Al hanging out. Hopefully he's fixing that wiring problem right now. And I hope that's it. I hope that's it, because that'd be huge. Bob stopped in. Second Born stopped in. Oh man, we had a nice little group of people come in here. Richard was in, throwing in a comment here and there. That's good to see. Tula Tom was in for a while. Oh, we had the 69XXX.fun. That was in for a little while. That was really enlightening for everybody, I'm sure. Man, people stuck with the stream today. Shirley was in for a while. Man, Sean, you stuck out the whole damn thing, man. Kudos to you. I appreciate the support. So with that, look for more videos. Videos coming soon. More of those shorts are probably going to be coming as well. And again, best thing you can do to support the channel, like and comment. And if it's relevant, share the videos to get that thing out there. I really need the community support at this point to get the stuff out there. Yeah, and it's not all about that, but it is nice to, get the community rolling and keep it growing. It does feel really, really good. So, all right, I'm going to call it. I'm going to go enjoy the rest of my evening, and then we're back to work on Monday. So have a good week, everybody. Thanks for the enjoyable day. Man, we went for 2 hours and 16 minutes. How fun is that? We'll see you in the next video or live stream or short.